sensible amount of money for those extracting groundwater, but it doesn't help. But we have a master plan as how to supply adequate water to the people of Jakarta in 2 years' time. So we are building a purification water water company in a mountain area and pipe it 75 kilometers along into the city of Jakarta.
This sounds like the Los Angeles solution where
Exactly,
I grew up,
exactly.
but we all know how sustainable that is in the long run.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the groundwater zoning principle that Novi discussed in her winning competition, winning entry for the Delta competition?
Yes, we have a similar study done by the expert from the Institute of Technology in Bandung for the capital city of Jakarta. Yeah.
Professor Min, I wanted to ask you, the idea behind the Delta Alliance is a triangle. There's input from science, from government, and from private sector. Is this a model that would work in Vietnam?
I got the instruction that I have to use this mic. My small mic, somehow it doesn't work. I'm not going to sing, don't worry. I think that model is very likely to work in Vietnam. And actually, at the moment, also the Vietnamese really like to see that happen. It's a very difficult start because so first of all, we need to get the private sector and private company being interested in that kind of triangle collaboration. So far, the private sector, they don't see much of the benefit from that kind of joint force there. So I think we need to work much more on that, especially for the case of Vietnam, because since the country just opened, so the private sector is not really well developed than in the other country. But I think it will be a very good model.
Perhaps the private sector would be more interested if you gave away less business to engineering firms here in Holland.
Yeah, I know for sure that that will happen soon. That I think because the Vietnamese government really look to the Dutch company for some kind of assistance. It's already a lot of negotiation on that, and a lot of Dutch company already functioning in Vietnam and actually helping Vietnam in that issue.
I'm also interested, Mr. Ren, what is your take on this triangle of private and government and science and the role of the NGOs in this? Because the World Wildlife Fund is really one of the most powerful NGOs active in China.
Yes. Since in China, the private, this model is also suitable for China. But should be a little modified. Since in China, the private maybe is a little bit weak. A lot of the companies, state-owned the company. NGO,
so that's a two-sided triangle.
But the NGO currently is play a more important role in this model. Since the NGO is more neutral, there are no the benefit in this here. We can set up a platform so different hotels can join us. For example, we just published Yangtze Vision. This is WWF initiated this report. So we interviewed the different stakeholders, let them know there's the idea to put together, and also get their comments from there. So let them can how to the common dream in the in the data. So that is the first step. In the data, the data himself is, I think, is more easy to reach this goal. But from the basin level, it's very difficult. Since in the Yangtze data, the current major pressure is come from the upstream of the Yangtze. There are so many hydro projects in the upreach of Yangtze, out of dam. So this has caused a very serious problem in Yangtze estuary, especially for the drinking water. They are faced a very serious seawater nutrition. So since along the Yangtze basin, there are 11 provinces. Most of them is very powerful. It's very difficult to coordinate each other.
So you have 11 provinces in the stream of the Yangtze. The Mekong Delta has 6 countries on it. The Nile Delta has 9 countries on it. Can the
for the river.
only the river? Yeah. This is my last question, and perhaps all of you can reflect briefly on this. What can the Delta Alliance do to help you with these issues of governance? Is this something that, do you have enough in common? Is there a common lesson to be learned here?
For me?
Please do.
Okay, thank you. I believe that Delta Alliance is a unique model. It will be available for all of us. Sharing knowledge, sharing information. Just to give you an example, we have a lot of debate about the impact of climate change, about all of the figures and so on. Media, politicians, parliamentarians, technicians, all. So even for the investors, they need an accurate data as much to work with and to invest their money. So I believe that this type of cooperation and changing experience and sharing knowledge, it will help in this concern. Meanwhile, for research, we have 4 lagoons in the northern delta, and they contribute to 60% of our fish production. And we have a lot of quality, the water quality is already have some pollution and it's not a good quality. We are now inventing how we can deal with this. There are thousands of people who live on these lakes. So this is one of the things that we can benefit from Delta Alliance. Groundwater, also groundwater quality management. It still also needs a matter of exchange experiences with either all of the respected countries. So it's an important. And when it comes to the Nile Basin initiative that we have among the 10 countries, you know, it's started 10 years ago. Still, we are in the beginning, but it's a unique example because the Mekong maybe takes about 25 years to come with a stable situation. But we have this spirit that we will continue strengthening our cooperation among the Nile countries, and maybe the Delta Alliance could help in this by exchanging practices, best practices, and lessons learned in this concern.
Fostering the spirit of collaboration.
Last point that I have to say here is a commitment. We need a commitment from everybody, from each country, from everybody here. This is the last thing I would like to say. Thank you very much.
Collaboration in the Mekong Delta?
Okay, that's that really the very important issue to the Mekong Delta, because the Mekong Delta is the downstream most of a very large river, and where 6 countries actually is along the river. And the collaboration between that 6 countries is not so really good like you have with the country along the Rhine River. I just learned the lesson from our colleagues from Egypt, that they have a good collaboration between 9 countries along the River Nile. So I think that also one of the governance issues, international collaboration in the international country, where we surely have impact to the Delta. And that kind of impact might be overweight the impact of climate change. So that very important in the Mekong Delta. We really like to learn from the other Delta. And the second aspect, that we also learn from Indonesia about integrated plan, integrated planning. Integrated is the new term to Vietnam, where all the ministry working just separately, very fragmented. And now we need, to solve the problem of the Delta, the Mekong Delta, we need all the ministry, all of the different stakeholders working together in a kind of integrated plan.